Right, so we're taking a look at some of the projects that we've made with this Ender 3 and the Ender 5 and talk about some of the experiences and some of the modifications we've made and issues and troubleshooting along the way.
All right, so I guess I can go live over here. I didn't think about it that I can go live over here before I go live on the Amazon. So let me double check the sound. See how that's doing. I guess I can do it by clicking on this and this. And if I come over here and hear something, then I know that we're doing okay. Like that's delay. I guess I can do it by clicking on this and this. That was pretty good. So we got a little bit of a lag, but that's fine. So boom, here we go. We're going to be taking, whoops. All right, welcome everybody. And I guess I need to turn this horizontal. Is that what it's saying? I might have messed up the. There we go. Messed up the live feed as far as the conversation, but I think I can say hello in here. Good. So if anybody wants to say anything, we can say hello there. So what we're going to be looking at is some fireproof options. I don't know how well this one's going to show up on the screen, but this is the big one. We'll bring this one up first. And this is like what you would have as a giant, well, not giant, but like as a typical document storage. So we'll zip this open. And this is a soft-sided. Once I have it open, I think you can kind of see. This is a soft-sided type of thing. And you would think, oh, this is, you know, just meant to be foldable or whatever. But this is actually flame and fireproof. These spots on the side, which are not really affected anything except for maybe a little bit of discoloration. There's really not even any warping. It's really just discoloration. But there's nothing on the inside. And I probably should have grabbed a torch over here. Let me go grab a torch real quick. There we go over here. And I think I still have some fuel in here. So we're going to show you just how well this material is. So this is a silicone and fiberglass. And we'll unlock it. You know, my hand's right here. So can I feel heat? No, not really. It's dissipating heat. This is such a large product. Now it's hot right here, like where I just torched it. And you can see it barely discolors it, and that's it. Doesn't even warp it. This is a really strong material. So I imagine you could probably still stab it or something. So it's not necessarily like a safe. It's not a replacement for metal. But for heat, it's definitely better than metal in a lot of ways, I think. Because it's so lightweight and so easy to work with. It has zippers and stuff. So that's the large one. We'll come back to some of the smaller stuff here. And we're going to put this here, I guess. It'll stay there. That other stuff is going to fall. And then this is the next larger thing on the table. And this is a kind of a briefcase size. I'm pulling it out of the box that it comes in. And this, I think, is really a good size for kind of if you're going to store family pictures, documents for the family, that kind of thing. And you've got zippers the same way. And these zippers on all of them that we're looking at say that they're weatherproof. So not quite, you know, I'm not going to put them underwater and have them be waterproof, but they'll certainly, you know, when the sprinklers go off to put out the fire, they're going to protect you from that as well. So they're fireproof, you know, just like the others. If you torch this, it doesn't do nothing to it. It just gets hot. And it's made out of that material. what does this material feel like? It feels kind of like rubber. It's a silicone and fiberglass, so it feels kind of like Pachmeyer rubber. I don't know if you ever felt Pachmeyer rubber. And on the inside cover on this particular layout, you've got the silver layer, which a lot of these are lined with a silver color. And then it has these protectors here. And what I was doing in some of my videos was going over here and grabbing a bunch of money that I had from going on a trip here recently. So let's grab a bunch of these $100 bills. Oops, we got a show coming up here in a little bit. We'll grab a bunch of these $100 bills and just stick them right here in the cover so that they're right there. And then we'll take that torch again. Right, here's the torch. We're zapping it. It's getting nice and hot. Ow, it's really hot right there. It's not hot on the edges. Doesn't distort really. It doesn't warp or anything. It just gets colored. I haven't tried wiping that away to see if it goes away, but I think it's just discoloring the silicone. Anyhow, if we go to the inside, nothing, right? Nothing at all. And it didn't do anything to this paper. These $100 pieces of paper. I just think that's pretty neat that I never knew about this until I discovered these, I don't know, maybe 5 days ago or something. Now, the inside is just organization, so different pockets and places for cards and coins, probably. Place for paperwork inside. Nice large place for paperwork here. And, you know, for the price, this is a pretty decent deal. Now, what's also neat about these, because they are security, right? They're not a safe or anything. But when you put the zipper pulls together over here, they're going to lock in to this combination lock apparatus thing. So this thing will lock and unlock or let go of the zippers. So you do have that added piece of security. So if you're going to put this into a closet or something, you're going to get the fireproof and the heat proof. You know, it's going to protect from heat and flame, but it's also going to give you that level of security with the locks. So those are the two largest ones that we're going to look at. Everything else we're going to look at is actually quite small. So the next one is this green one. And this one comes in a couple of different colors. I got the green because I thought it looked cool. And I bought a bunch of these. And all the other ones were black, basically, or silver. So this one's green. I got another one in it. But this green one has silver insides, just like a lot of them. This one has two zippered areas. So keep documents and stuff in one, like a tablet or something in the other. And then it's got hook and loop. What's kind of neat is one side has a zipper pull and one side doesn't. I thought that's clever. When you've got something like this with two zippers, you might as well make them tactily different, right? This, I think, is high like reflective. I don't know why. Maybe in a fire or something. That's a good idea. Anyway, this one's kind of neat and large size. These are all pretty good value, I think, too. I'm not going to torch all of them anymore. I made videos on all these torching them, so they all are made out of the same materials. They're really just the different form factors and the different, I guess, you know, number of pockets and that kind of thing. So they all have this hook and loop. But I think the pocket or the zipper on these is really for the waterproof factor. This has more of a fiberglass lining, where the others have the silicone fiberglass material. Not that it matters much, but this one comes with two. I figure this is pretty neat. Have one for your phone, one for your documents or something like that. You know, phones and other devices that have batteries in them. People don't think about it, but what happens when those batteries get bad? So I kind of like the idea of keeping some electronic devices in these so that if anything does happen, that all stays contained. But here nor there. That's a set of them here. Now I have this one, which I think is also kind of a neat different one than some of the others. It's very inexpensive, but it's got a little bit more going on. The high vis stripe on it, again, maybe for in a fire or something like that. But I'm thinking also if you're just traveling with it, just another way to keep an eye on it. But this one has snaps, hook and loop, and a zipper. Just one big compartment on this one. And this one It's a little more puffy than some of the others. So, they all have these massive fire ratings, like 5,000 degrees. A fire can only get so hot, But I think this one probably has a bit more heat resistance than some of the others. Nice big size and a little bit extra going on with this one. So I did buy a bunch of them, and this one I think is a specimen that goes a little bit above and beyond than some of the others. So there's 3 that we're looking at so far. There's a set of 3 in here somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to find those. So the next one we'll go to is this big one from DocSafe. And I believe this one has one inside of it. So this one, it came as a set with this big document one you could leave at home and this small one that you could carry. So they're waterproof, fireproof. They've got heat insulation as well. And then this one has the 2 pockets, just like some of the others I looked at. Hook and loop on both. Kind of a high-vis top part there. Just clean on the back. But this one comes with a small one. But that's a pretty good set there. Next is one of these. And another very... Whoops, what did I do? Another very inexpensive option. No frills here, just the zipper, kind of like a bank bag, zipper across the top, one big opening, and I've zapped all of these with $1,000. I put this was $1,000 when I did the videos. I zapped all of them with $1,000 and didn't even, made the money warm, I guess. Let's see, what else do we got in the mix? There should be the set of 3 that it's probably inside of one of these bags. There they are. So the set of 3 is a nice option too. Also, I guess, because it's such a great deal. It comes with 3 of them. The small size, which I really, really like for putting your phone in. Like I say, if you got an old sketchy phone or something, I don't think these are RFID or anything like that, but if you want to proof your phone, want to keep your phone from getting hot, I like that idea. This one is a medium size for like wallets and maybe a PDA or something like that. And then it comes with a large size like this one, but with the flap. I just don't know where it's at. So that's a great set as well. And I think that's about all of them. Like I say, this form factor is really nice, where you get the zipper top, the flap with all the places to store stuff, and then the large open area. I have a couple of different ones, like I showed you that other one earlier. So altogether, these weren't very expensive compared to a big metal safe, and they get you all the flame proof, but you can carry them around. You probably travel with them because they're really not that heavy. All right, so thanks everybody for watching. And again, thanks everybody for clicking. Watching on the app here. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that, but as I'm clicking on things, I can see what ones people are clicking on. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I have. I torched them all with this super fancy camping torch. I went through half a can of butane torching them in a bunch of videos, so go check those out. Thanks for watching. Oh, I gotta click that button. All right, so now that's ending over there, and go watch the Foss show. It's about to start. Can I link to it? Let me see. I don't think I can link to it good, so see ya. Am I going to do a patch show? I already did one, and nobody watched it, so I could do another one, I guess.
All right, so we're taking a look at some of the projects that we've made with this Ender 3 and the Ender 5, and talk about some of the experiences and some of the modifications we've made and issues and troubleshooting along the way.